What is up, everyone, and welcome to a tutorial, a guide for rainy day. So if you're new to this server, never heard of this server, or just simply don't know how to play this server, this is the perfect video for you. Alright, so how to start with this server. So obviously when you first start on here, you're going to start off on a simple small island, just like this very basic one. Obviously you can't do a great deal with that right at the start, you need to get yourself going. So what I did to learn this server and how to play this server was simply started with missions. So in the missions, you've got your tutorial ones, you've got beginner, easy, intermediate, advanced, hard, and bonus. So if you start off with your tutorials, it basically gives you a brief description of what the mission is and obviously helps you through your journey of learning how to play the server. But also with this as well, it gives you a lot of things like attribute points, which are very, very important, which we will get to soon, as well as the starter tokens. And again, starter tokens, we'll get into that in just a tick of a talk. But yeah, obviously with these missions as well, you get +1 dexterity. You get some packs to open, which are eggs for pets, +1 intelligence. There's a lot of things here to which you are going to earn towards things that you will need. Once you've done the tutorial things, you should start to have somewhat of a basic idea of what to do, but it's also good to just start looking at the rest of them and try and get as many as you can done. Once you have got yourself through these missions, you'll start noticing other things to do, such as your attributes. Now, what are the attributes? Attributes are things that help towards how much damage you can do, how quickly you can mine. This one again, how much more damage you can do, so 10% per level. And then you've got the intelligence, which helps towards making some gear, such as this stuff over here, which is our boss gear. So this is for pretty much just slaying the dragon. So when it comes to slaying, you might find yourself only being able to, you can't one bane chickens like this, like I can right now. And that is because you need to upgrade your strength and your dexterity. So I always start off with these two. I try and get them as high as I can, and then after that I will start working towards my intelligence. So yeah, my recommendation is to start off with these. Now I am by no means a professional on this server. I don't know everything. I'm just trying to provide a little tutorial video just to help you guys through that. Now, again, once you've started obviously learning about your attributes, doing your missions, you also notice you've got daily missions as well, to which you can also take part in and get daily rewards for. If you click on there, you can see obviously what the rewards are. The rewards are reasonably good for what it is that you are doing. Now, as well as that, you also have your island missions, which I would recommend you get this one done as quickly as possible before inviting anybody over, which is a sleepover. So if you're going to invite people, make sure they're all online at the same time, as everyone on the island that is on the island has to be sleeping at the same time. So if you've got one member offline, it won't count. They need to all be online and all sleep at the same time. You've got this one here as well, which, as you can see, I made a mistake of. So you've got Dungeoneers, so you have to do X amount of runs in the dungeon before you can complete this mission. As you can see there, it says 36 out of 52. Right at the start, that was 12 until I started inviting people. And as you invite people, the difficulty of the skyblock server goes up, 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 and up. It doesn't remain as a one-player difficulty if you like. Now, if I do /is, you can see that I have quite some members. I think I've got 7. Let me just have a quick count. 3, 6. I got 8 members on the island, so I've got like an 8-player difficulty island. Now, what does that do? So if you do /studies and come into any one of these, so let's start off with chickens. On the chickens, you'll see that my specialist, it requires me to get 19,500 kills to get to specialist. Now, if I had only one player on here, which would be myself. So if I was doing this solo, that would probably only be, I don't know, maybe 5,000 kills that I would need. But because I've got 8 people on the island, it's increased. So just bear that in mind when you are getting other people on the island. Okay, so the next thing to move on to is progression. So this is kind of like Cosmic Sky. I don't know if you've ever played it, but if you have, it's kind of like a progression-based server like that. For example, like crops, trees, fish, ores. You have to do X amount of the previous to unlock the next. Now, what I mean by that is if, again, you go into studies, let's go into the ores. You look at copper here. You will start off right here. You'll start mining, and then you will unlock this apprentice. Then you will unlock this one. And then eventually you will unlock the coal. Once you've mined whatever amount it is you need to unlock the coal. If I go to one with, so redstone, we haven't unlocked redstone yet. So we go to iron. Here is the redstone. That's when we're going to unlock it. We've already unlocked this one. So if I look down to here, we need to mine 1,170 iron before we will unlock redstone. And that is the same across all of these studies. So you've got the mobs, you've got ore, you've got crops, you've got wood, fish, and yeah. Obviously, the arena, that is the clash, which we'll get into that again shortly. So that is all your studies, and that is how you unlock the next tier of every item. Okay, now we got pets. Now, pets here are very useful. They help towards all of your other studies. So, for example, this one here is a wood cutting. So, as you can see, the abilities there, I've got a wood cutting plus 128, which is plus 8 per level, which is level 15 at max level, to which obviously I can go ahead and prestige, which I might go ahead and do. I'm not sure about one yet. You've got the bee here, which is farming. So, obviously, that's plus 1 per level. He's currently level 4. Not really great, but we're getting him there. And I do have another one here, I believe. Yes, nice. This one. So you can swap and change with your starter pets, which I'll show you starter pets in a second. But there you go. My this guy here, fire type. It's kind of like Pokemon. If you've played Pokemon, he's level 13, and his ability is slaying. Now, with your starter pets, for that, when you do your missions. So I think they're in a beginner. Yep, so here we go. So spend 500 Stardust and you're going to get +1 starter token. Once you have completed that, if you do /starter, these are all your starting pets. So think of them as your starter Pokemon. So you will have to redeem whatever one it is you want to redeem per token. So you have 5 tokens to get from your missions. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and claim all of your starter I was about to call them Pokemon, or you can claim all of your starter pets, which then you can start leveling up and use it to help towards your studies. Now, if you want to know how to level them up and stuff like that, all you got to do is simply use them. So this one, again, is for slaying. So if I'm slaying, he's going to be earning XP and leveling that up. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and teleport to the arena, which will be the first one, which is the dirt block. So you click here, you come into here, and you'll be greeted to this, which is an arena. And you got this guy here. He's like an NPC, and what happens here is you can purchase stuff and the shop rotates every X amount of time. You also got stuff like the foxes, for example, 45 health. I have 140 health, so if I fight him, we're going to end up killing him if I just quickly kill him here. There we go, and what do we get? We got a regular hatch pet pack. So it's kind of like Pokemon cards when you can open a pack. Once you've got your pets up to a reasonable amount, come over to here. This is a mini boss, which once you've killed him, you will get a reward, and you will also unlock the next arena, which will be the second one. Which, if we go onto here and teleport to arena, which will be this block, then the same thing again. You will have a mini boss to defeat to then unlock the third. These ones will not unlock as of yet, which I will explain again in a second. So that is your pets. Now, also some top tip. When somebody purchases something from the store, coins, it will come up in chat to let you know that someone has spent something. And then what you'll see is everybody spamming GG. If you're quick enough and do the GG, you can earn yourself cloud coins. Now, depending on how much to spend, depends on how much you would get, but it's around 1, 2, maybe 4. So, yeah, just when someone purchases something, if you see a wall of GGs, just do a GG, earn yourself some coins. Eventually, you can save yourself enough coins to go ahead and purchase yourself maybe a rank. Now, with that as well, there is also the Cloud Pass, which I would also recommend you keep an eye on, making sure that you are going ahead and claiming the rewards as you progress through it. So, for example, I got this Chrome Hatch Pack, to which is very good, as I got myself, if I go onto your pets, I got myself a couple of Celestials, which is very nice, very good. So obviously there is different tiered pets. One of the missions is to collect them all, so good luck, have fun. Now, I think that's it for the pet side of things. Now, let's talk about the dungeons. So dungeons is very fun. I really enjoy myself a dungeon. So a dungeon is just like any other dungeon. You go in there, there's mobs and there's chests. You kill the mobs and you loot the chests. Now, when you do go ahead and do this, if I go ahead and click on the multiplayer, you'll see that there is floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. You have to complete floor 1 before you can move on to floor 2, and you have to complete floor 2 before you can move on to floor 3. Now, these ones will not open. They are not open until, I think it's 25 days time when those ones will be open. So it's like a seasonal events, if you like. So right now we're at the base, and then in 25 days they will open the next tier. We do that, and then on the next 25 days they will open the third tier, and then you can take part in that as well. Now, as far as I'm aware, there is a competitive side of things here as well, like island value. Right now, we're not working on that. We are just working on learning the game. I've got a lot of new players on the island, which are a part of my community from my Twitch. Yeah, and we stream mostly every day. So if you're not already following, make sure to go head over to my Twitch or even my Kick. Same as my YouTube, it's TrickyRicky89. Now, other than that, I don't think there is anything else to give you any more tips about. I think that pretty much covers everything. I would just honestly recommend doing as many missions as you can, try and earn as many attribute points as you can early on. The attribute points are very important, so I would make sure to go ahead and earn them. One other thing we can talk about is the custom armor, which again is this stuff here. If you do /clash and then come on to recipes and then armor bases, pick what armor it is you want. They all do different things. They all have different attributes. I always start off with this one because it's the easiest to make. So if you click on this, it will show you the ingredients you need. But you can't just go in and get a tier 4 leather, for example. So if you click that again, all the way until tier 1, you go to the clash, you kill the cows, which we'll show you in a second. You get 9 of them, that will make a tier 2. 9 tier 2s makes tier 3. 9 tier 3 makes tier 4. That is how you'll go about getting all the ingredients that you need. So if you go over to /clash TP, in here is where all your ingredients are. So you have your cows, you killed cows, you will get tier 1. So you've got the trees that you will get tier 1 items from. You have the farming, which again you will get tier 1 from. And if you walk up the stairs, follow the paths, you'll find yourself in a little mine shaft type area, which has got your ores to farm. And then as well as that, you have the longest and most dreadful part of it all, which is the fishing, which you have to do with a trident. You can't do it with a sword, you can't do it with a fishing rod, it has to be trident. You throw the trident at the fish and you will get tier 1 fish stuff. So there you go. I think that pretty much covers everything other than the massive dragon that spawns here. You can place things on the top of these podiums, which if I look on AH, we might have some on there being sold. I can't see any. Let's go back to base and see if we've got any there. And I think we should have. Okay, so we don't have any summoning charges, but we have these. So you put one of them down, and then you would charge that with the charger that you can get from dungeons. And once you've killed the dragon, you will be gifted, depending on how much damage you do, scales. Scales is things that help towards your attributes as well. For example, there's slay in here. So plus 72. Now, if I do /attributes, hover over my head, you can see down the bottom there, it's farming, grinder, mining, show sharp, whatever that says, skilled, slaying, woodcutting. So that is the stuff that we will be putting on your armor and obviously helping you towards all of your studies. All right. So I'm pretty confident that I've covered everything there. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, comment down below. Tell me if I missed anything and if you found this one helpful at all. But other than that, I will catch some of you on the live stream. If not, have fun, enjoy, and I'll see you around.